All right, you guys, here it is. The K-Truck is in the garage. This is officially the first video of this whole K-Truck build. I wasn't sure where to start on this, but I think we'll get the engine swapped into it. What engine am I putting in it? I'll show you. Come here for a second. Come here. All right, this is the stock 660cc 4-cylinder engine that was right there. There's a tranny still in there. And we're putting a Honda K24 A2 engine.
Nice.
Now, for those of you that are familiar with the K24, it is like the LS swap of the Honda world. That motor stock puts out 205 horsepower versus the stock 4-cylinder that was in this truck puts out about 40 to the crank. So you'd be lucky to see probably 25 horsepower at the wheels of this thing. So my long-term plan with this K24, I want to get it swapped into the truck, naturally aspirated. I'm going to be running a standalone ECU. I have the whole stock ECU and all that stuff, but I think it would be easier tuning wise and everything if I do a standalone ECU, because after I get the engine in this thing, dialed in, running good, driving good, everything's mint, I want to go for some good drivability because I want to be able to just take this out whenever, bomb around town, take it on the highway, do whatever I want with it, right? So after it gets dialed in, I would like to turbo it eventually.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Do some internals on the engine and everything and throw a freaking turbo on it. I want to get this K-Truck to like 400 horsepower. That would be sick. It's going to be expensive. It's going to be a long journey. This isn't going to be 2 videos and it's done. Once my buggy sells, I'll have a lot more money to drop into this thing. But what we'll start on, I think we'll take the box off, take all this stock junk out of it, the transmission. You know, I would like to do a whole different style rear end, but I gotta do more research. I gotta, like, there's a handful of K-Truck builds out there, but you know, it's not the ordinary, you know, throwing a K24 in like a hatchback Civic or something like that. So it's gonna be a lot of modifying, which is fine, whatever. But I guess enough talking. Let's unbolt this box, take this box off, get the engine in the air and kind of see where it's gonna go. All right, that's enough talking. Let's get this box off. This thing's greasy. Ooh! Lord almighty. It's leaking on me, man. Where am I going? Oh, my poor back. Remember, always lift with your back. You guys want an engine? You guys want an engine? What is all this heat shielding now? Look at that muffler.
Throw this right in the bin, yeah?
Come on, Lee.
What's all hanging around here?
Oh,
The wiring, that'll do it.
What an idiot!
oh! Oh, there's more wires. Oh, what's that?
I called for help twice.
Yeah!
Whoa! Come on, you gotta keep it in mint condition. Chuck this outside. Chuck this outside, I'll be right back. Just hold up. Hold your poop in. Wipe once. Let's go. Okay, we got it all apart. What I didn't notice, so here's the transmission. It kind of sucks because there's usually a CV axle that goes from there to the tire. Someone just stole the CV axles and bolted the tire on pretty much. Oh man. I mean, we're not gonna use that anyway, but just things like that. It looks like a mess, but like we're not gonna need any of this. Like this whole transmission, that front drive shaft because it's not going to be 4-wheel drive anymore. All these coolant lines all the way up. Won't need any of that. Look how freaking tiny this frame is, man. Just to think that I was gonna like put like 400 horsepower in here. If that's gonna happen, this frame will need to be strengthened up a lot, or I could just chop it off right at the back of the cab and redo from there back, which I don't really want to do. We're gonna have to brace it real good. What did I get myself into, man? All right, well, let's get this freaking tranny out.
We're gonna see how naked we can get it. Let's go.
All right, I think this tranny's ready to come out. Oh, I'm leaking, dude. Oh, damn, dude. How heavy is this?
Just a baby.
Oh, I got a big puddle. Get out of my way. Say hello to my little friend.
Say hello to my little friend.
Oh, I gotta wipe that up right now.
Get out of there.
Jesus. This little dinger. All right, she's cleaned off. See if you can lift it.
My wing.
Got rid of everything that I don't need, which was everything. It's crazy bouncy. I'm gonna do a lot of reinforcing. All right, before we get to mounting this engine in this K-truck, it's been a few weeks. I've spent a stupid amount of money on this thing already. Let me show you what we got. We got adjustable coilovers. These are supposed to be red, but they're more pink than anything. So I guess we'll make them work. I got CV axles, we got hubs, we got hub bearings. This is the wrong bolt pattern for what the wheels that I got, but I got different things coming for that. We got shit for shit, okay? We got a lot of stuff. We got fancy disc brakes, you know what I'm saying? Jeez, drilled and slotted, nice and cheap. You know, I've got this cool stuff. I don't know. It's just round stock. This is for making like bushings and stuff like that. So I got 2 chunks of this. So if we have to make bushings or anything on the lathe, we can do that. I got some more wheel hubs. These are the right bolt pattern, 4x100. But I don't know. I just got a bunch of parts. Some are the right things, some are the wrong things, but you know, spending too much here. Wheel bearings, stuff like that. Oh, we got coilovers. We have 4. So like, there's your fronts, your rears. So this whole truck's gonna be on adjustable coilovers. Not just the back. We got all 4. You want to see something sick? You can kind of see it right there. Look at that. Jeez, look at these. Look at these wheels, dude. Oh, these are sick, man. Look at the meats. Look at the meats. Oh, those are gonna look sick on this. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my freaking CV axle stuff. What? What else did I get? Oh, another thing that we got billet aluminum engine mounts. But, you know, pretty sure this is for the wrong K-series engine, but we're gonna try to make as much of this work because I want to be able to remove the engine out. I don't want to just, you know, it's easy to put an engine in there and then rig up engine mounts so it never comes out, but I don't want to do that. I want to be able to remove the engine to service it or anything like that, so I'm going to try to use these kind of engine mounts. Sounds like I'm getting sick. I feel like poop. I'm getting sick. This is my one day off. Dude, working too much to afford this stuff. And then I got a bunch of metal on the ground for this unit. One thing I haven't done in my other videos is kept track of how much I've spent on a build. So I think I want to do that with this build just because a lot of you have asked and messaged me saying like, you know, how much did this, like when I built my buggy, how much did that build cost you? How much do you have into it? You know, my mower, you know, how much did it cost to build it? So this build, I'm gonna keep track of every little penny that I spend on this thing, besides like welding gas, welding wire, grinding discs, just disposable items like that. So I added it up so far. Now I got both K-trucks. I got the white K-truck and the brown K-truck. I got both of them for $8,000. That's Canadian dollars. I'm in Canada, everything is in Canadian. We're just gonna say each K truck is $4,000. K24 engine was $2,100. I got a list of the rims, the like coilover CVS's engine mounts. I got everything, right? So far, with all the parts that I just bought, the way this sits right now, with no engine mounted in it, nothing, I'm at $10,196.50 freaking cents, man. 10 grand in the hole. And this thing doesn't even have an engine in it. It doesn't run. It doesn't, you know, I still got to buy an ECU. That's going to be like between 3 and 4 grand, I betcha. It hurts. It hurts. But I'm not looking to make money on this. I'm not making it profit off it. Like I build all my stuff for fun. I want to have fun with it. I want to be able to say that I built it. That's all I want. So enough babbling. Let's figure out how we're gonna do these engine mounts. All right, so as you can see, I literally took all the suspension and everything out. I'm literally starting from 2 frame rails, which I didn't plan to do, but we're gonna figure it out. So I have this piece of tubing just tacked in just to keep the 2 frame rails perfectly straight. I have the engine sitting perfectly horizontal where I want it. It's got a little tilt to it just to get the axles and everything a little bit lower. Where it's sitting right now is exactly where I think I want it permanently. We got to do engine mounts. So on this side of the engine, we're gonna start here and we're gonna work our way around. We're gonna have 4 different engine mounts. On this side of the engine, the stock engine mount looked kind of like this, but I want to run something like this. You guys know I like to make things out of like cardboard or like craft paper almost. So it's like a thicker paper. So this is kind of a engine mount setup that I want to have on this side. Let's take a closer look, I'll show you. So I kind of want this engine mount to kind of sit like up like this. And then the same with the other side. Oh, my nice billet. I just dropped it on the ground, got it all scuffed up. What am I doing? All right. So I literally just kind of taped a bunch of pieces of paper together and, you know, so this is a better look. So I'm gonna make all these pieces out of 1/4 inch steel. And then this, it's got bolt holes underneath. Bolt it to the top of this. It should be a strong enough engine mount. These pieces on the side act kind of like gussets, and it's all gonna be welded, and it should look all right. And then we'll do kind of like the same with the other side, and then the front and back. So the nice thing about doing it out of paper is I just taped the top and the sides and the back together, so I can just literally unfold it, and I can trace it out on an arc droid, cut it out, and then weld it together. So let's do that. Alright, we got this one all finished. What a difference between the stock one and this one. So then I gotta make some pieces that come off of the frame up to here. But we'll get this one on this side somewhere. I'm gonna have to take this off, and I think we'll utilize these bolts. That's where the engine mount was before. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Alright, engine mount 2 of 4. Let's get it. Alright, so here I am starting on the bottom half of the side engine mounts, just making it out of paper, and then we'll transfer it over to metal and weld her up. Alright, we got this engine mount all done and actually in. We'll do the bottom of the other side next, and then we'll work on the front and the back engine mounts. The reason why I didn't do the front or back yet is because the front of the engine here is one of the jack stands holding up the engine, so I want to get these in, hook onto the front here, take a little bit of weight off, take that jack stand out, and then make the front. Let's do the other side. Alright, we got the side mounts done. I took the jack stand off the front of the engine here and nothing moved, so that's good. I took the stock engine mount off. It went right there. We're gonna make one. We're gonna utilize this piece of tube that was off the truck. It's already bent to the right shape that I need, so it'll probably be somewhere there, and then we'll have to make a bushing kind of like we used on the sides here. I don't have any more. I got one more, but I can't really use it. It's set up really stupid. So we're gonna make our own bushing on the lathe. Never done it before, so we're gonna give it a shot. Hopefully we don't screw it up. Let's hop on the lathe. Alright, this is my first ever bushing that I've ever made. So, this is the body. These will get pressed in on either side, just like that. And then this aluminum shaft gets pressed in on the inside of that. I can't put it all together yet because I still need to weld to this. So if I weld to this with all this in there, it'll melt the bushings and all that stuff. So I think it's time that we make the plate that goes onto there with that bushing that I just made. Then we can get this thing welded in, and then the front of the engine is mint. I'm actually impressed with how these are looking. They look sick. Freaking sick, man. I'm gonna attempt to weld with shorts on because it's like plus freaking 40 in here when I'm welding Celsius, and it's hot, so I'm probably gonna get burnt, but whatever, man. And this is like day freaking 6 of working on this, man. It takes forever. But we're gonna get the engine hanging in this frame today. and done. That's my goal. Let's get into it. All right, I want this plate to be perfectly flat. But if you look to the side, if I can get in there, there's a gap there and then there's a gap up there. So I measured these gaps and I'm gonna put a spacer in between there, between the plate and the block, so this is perfectly flat. So let's hop on the lathe. Let's do some more lathe shit. Back to the lathe we go. As you can see, we got a spacer there. Actually, you can see both spacers. So that plate is sitting perfectly flush. Now that bushing I made, now we just need to make a bracket that comes off here, have the bushing welded onto there, and then put in this bar. Now that's a beefy engine mount. Damn. I got my bushings in there. Yeah, it looks all right. Now we'll get this welded in and then we'll have to build some tabs to go to this. I think that looks pretty sweet for something that's hidden. All right, I'm pretty pumped. This is gonna look freaking sick. This is kind of roughly where it's gonna be. I got these sleeves, so they're thicker, so I can weld around the sleeve and I can weld around here just so there's more material. I'll weld the sleeve here and on the inside, and then I'll go around the outside when I'm ready. But for the tabs here to go to here, I think I'll do the same kind of design like these tabs. I'll cut them out so they'll slide over this tube, line them up, put the bolt in so they're nice and tight, and then tack them in place, pull it out, weld it up. I think it'll look sick. I got a boo-boo. You've probably seen it in my other clips. I sliced my damn arm. All right, let's cut some more tabs out. I'll save you guys the headache of watching the same thing over and over again. I'll cut them out and then I'll skip to the part of me welding it and getting it all in and see what the finished product looks like. I'm actually really excited. It's looking pretty dang freaking meat. Holy shit, man. It's freaking hot out here. 43 degrees Celsius or 109 Fahrenheit. And I'm welding in the garage, burning my knee, burning my arm, cutting myself. God, man. I think I deserve a subscription, a like, drop a comment. Come on now. Sweating my bag off in here. Hats off to all those welders out there that weld in this. Oh my god. I think she's good. We could probably get it in the truck, weld her up. She's mint. Alright you guys, this thing is actually hanging on its own in the frame. It is actually really strong even without the fourth engine mount. I wanted to do the fourth engine mount before ending this video, but when I do the suspension and all that stuff, there's going to be some more tubes and all that stuff, so I'll have a better way of doing the fourth engine mount, so I'm going to leave the fourth engine mount until a little later. That's going to be it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. Next video, we're gonna start on the actual trailing arm suspension that I'm gonna do. I'm kind of excited for this part because, I don't know, it's just gonna be sick and it's something I've never done. Like I've never done engine mounts before, so time will tell to see how strong and how all this holds up. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it ain't upgraded, you gotta upgrade it. We'll see you guys in the next video.